Can you hear me?
I got you.
Oh, yours sounds great.
Oh, yours sounds really good too. Dang.
Welcome to the Suzuki. Oh, I've got
Whoa.
the disguise voice on. Look at that. Whoa.
I like your intro music. I like it. Did you
Turn that off so I can talk regularly.
Yeah, did you just take that intro music off YouTube or something? Or how did you? I like it.
We could describe their different voices.
So we can make ourselves sound cool.
Yeah. Let's see what this one sounds
Oh.
like. Oh, that sounds very peachy.
I like it. This does sound really good.
It does, I think. And there's actually like a background noise, like a button to get rid of even more of the background noise.
Okay, so
it can
anything
filter out
happening
even
up
more.
here, it can kind of
I think
draw
so.
that out.
I think I want to put like a rug here because if you,
Yeah. Right. And somebody like me, let's say that I was doing this, I would be, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you
Yeah.
know, or whatever, you know.
so some sort of covering for the table,
Or you're
and
doing
maybe
this
even, yeah,
That's crap, you know.
maybe even some soundproof down on that.
Yeah, or if
And
you
your
run
knees
your
are gonna
knee,
hit it or
if you run
something,
your
but-
knee, or this, if you hit your foot.
I had some of that gold though left from the front piece
Mm-hmm.
where the shrine is. I was like, what color am I going to make this thing down here? And I was like, oh, I got a little gold left.
What's the ideal distance from my face to this?
You know,
Would
it
say?
changes because I can turn it up.
Right.
You know,
so I
so it
could be out
depends
here a little
on-
more.
Yeah, I think it's if you're comfortable with that, then we
I
just
like
turn
it
it up
kind
a
of
little bit. Yeah,
here-ish, you know.
yeah, and I think you can hear more pea pops or something if you get real too close on the
Right.
thing. So
In-
like a
or-
natural,
Right. I kind of like it here.
yeah, even turning it a little bit.
Yeah, like this.
You know, yeah,
Yeah, I kind of
whatever's
like it.
good. And then Jamie over there, or Nick.
Jamie. Oh,
What-
Joe Rogan. Very nice. That would be
Tell us.
Jamie.
Get closer to the mic.
So
or
he'll say,
something.
"Oh, okay."
Or
And then,
Joe.
so Jamie could bring up YouTube videos.
Totally.
Like, so if you said like,
Totally.
I don't know, Justin Medeiros is training for the 2024 CrossFit
Ooh,
Games.
let's see it.
and boop.
We could even talk to him.
Sure. Oh yeah. Oh, you Justin.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us, via Zoom or Skype or whatever.
I think, right. Would be
Yeah.
kind of cool. Is more realistically, it might be something like, today we're going to be talking to the mayor of La Crosse.
Realistically, we could do that.
You know, and then like, hey,
if we're
mayor.
talking to the mayor of La Crosse, he better be walking in this damn door.
I agree.
rather than visiting on the
I agree.
on the screen.
Um,
We are 3 blocks from the city
It's
building.
true. It's true. I feel like you could really get a lot of city leader or just people, even just people. You know, what's
So that's kind of the plan. So I know you probably hate it, but I was driving home from selling pictures one day,
Mhm.
and I was like thinking of the Johnny Cash and Boy Named Sue
mm-hmm.
song,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? And I just gotten like Christmas treats from my Aunt Sue. Every year she sends Ronaldo some basically some sweets, jellies, and
Sure.
breads
Yep.
and cook
Uh-huh.
whatever. And I was like, my Aunt Sue. I was thinking, what if my podcast name was Tsuzen? Could I pull it off? And so I researched: are there any males, any men named Susan? Have there ever been men named Susan? And Susan with an S, traditionally a female name, given name. And Susan actually means, what does it mean? A lucky.
Okay.
Susan means lucky. So
Sure.
it kind of came, I think that was in my head,
Mm-hmm.
seeing that Susan meant lucky. And then I saw males named TSU.
Yep.
Susan. So I was like, Susan Lucky, that'd be pretty funny actually. And I started laughing. Like, that would be a freaking hilarious. So I was laughing about the name. And then I looked it up, and Sue, TSU, is part of like tsunami,
Mm-hmm.
and it means shore. And bless you before it happens.
Right.
And in the shore, it means sort of like ancestral, sort of like,
Mm-hmm.
traditional kind of thing. Can't come up with a word.
So
right
you're
now.
thinking the podcast name is
But Zen,
Yeah.
like contemplative kind of
Sure.
thing.
Mhm.
And then luck is means the light,
Mhm.
and then key. So the key to the light is contemplating about your ancestry or history or where we came from, kind of thing. So meditating on who you are, your foundations, all that. So I just thought it fit together really well. I didn't even come up with it. It just came up with Tsuzen Luckey from, I don't know, a drive home from.
So the
selling
name of the
pictures.
podcast would be Tsuzen Luckey.
Tsuzen Luckey podcast.
Tsuzen Luckey podcast.
Yeah, so you can call me Sue.
Call me Sue.
TSU. And I'm lucky to be Susan.
And you're lucky to be Susan. I mean,
See, it got a chuckle out of you,
I
Ken.
mean,
I don't know.
I think it's a great setup. I think what you have here is really impressive, actually. Like, really impressive.
Yeah. So,
You know?
so I think what I would love to do is just have conversations with, like, I mean, I initially wanted to do a podcast because death and dying was interesting to me, and I've heard of like people that are dying. They like people that are what do you call it when you work with the dying?
Hospice?
Hospice care people.
Yep.
Have noticed when people are ready to die, they start talking to relatives that aren't there, that people
Sure.
don't see.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting. And I want to know why. And I want to hear stories from hospice care people about this. And then I got to thinking, like, you know, how many people, I mean, I would love to have heard about my grandfather's life before he passed away, like from him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot that I don't know about him. And there's a bunch that he never talked about, never told my folks, or at least they haven't told me that he told them that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard things like he won't talk about the war, that kind of stuff. I didn't hear anything about his life from himself growing up. And I thought, what a great thing to preserve. You know, people that are older, let's sit them down, talk to them. If they let me put it online, great. If they want to take it home and preserve it for their kin, great. But then I got a chair over there that when we're done, what we do is we turn these lights around on them.
Oh, okay.
And we do a photo shoot.
Sure.
So I can not only have their voices of it, I have legit pictures of who they are when they sat down and talked to me. And I thought that would be like a great little art exhibit too, you know, having hearing even a snippet of their story plus who they are. Right. And even you know, doing a book on something like that.
Well, and the cool
coffee
thing
table book with that information in it.
Right, with like YouTube is you could have a channel, and some of these videos could be on private.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
or a code to access it.
It would be like you'll be able to
Yeah.
access it on YouTube, so it's easy. Click me up, go in. You'll
that
go.
mine?
You'll go right into the private. This is yours.
Do you want anything? I actually have some.
I could grab the. But you are right.
I have cherry.
All of
coffee.
this does create a little bit of.
Are you hearing it?
I heard it from you. So like when you did something and then you tapped your hand.
Yeah. I need some sort of a.
Right, just something to deaden it. Yep, something just to take the old. You want one?
I got plenty in here, and it's liquid death. Liquid death.
Liquid death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered like how you monetize it, but I mean,
Dude, apparently, if you could get hundreds of thousands of viewers on YouTube, you do pretty well.
well, then you get sponsorships, and then you start. Yeah,
right,
then you really,
right.
you could be sponsored by these guys. You could be.
Yeah, totally.
You
These
know?
guys, liquid death, whatever. Yep. Yeah, I feel like because the inside here is just hollow.
There you go.
Takes it. Yeah. So there it is. I think it turned out good.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the ceiling. I think some hanging curtains or something might drown
Sure.
out some stuff too. I almost bought a couple today.
Yeah, I
So
think
too
you have
much
a
of the shit to
good.
do.
You have a good background. I mean, maybe.
I kind of want to. Do
Yeah.
you mind if I push record on this? I just
Yeah,
want to
go
see
ahead.
if it's a little different. We're legit. We're recording.
So this is we would be in full podcast mode.
We're in full
right
podcast
now.
mode right now.
Like 100%.
Yeah,
Lights
this is
are
it.
on, recording.
This is it. Yeah. It's kicking around getting.
This is full
one
podcast.
more camera, but I don't think I need it. We got 3 cameras. We got we got the sound.
I mean,
recording.
I like my background. I have a picture here. I like that.
Does this make you nervous? No, you're
Um,
very comfortable speaking on camera and Soundra. What do you call this? Soundra.
I can get. I can just kind of immerse into the environment a little bit, and I kind of just.
Is it awkward having headphones on and talking?
No. Can you do the? Yeah, because you can do this without headphones. Does Rogan use headphones?
Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all do.
They all
Right.
do.
Yeah.
I
Rogan
think
does.
some of them don't. They have like the
chest,
you
yeah.
know, the whatever. But
I would say experimenting with that might not be the worst. I don't know.
this is nice because you can hear when you're doing shit. Like if that was too loud.
It's true.
Or
That's
if
a
you
good
can hear when
point.
you're not talking into the
Or if
into the
I'm
mic or something.
if
or
I'm
something.
tapping my foot down here, I'm instantly you're going, dude. I could, you can, I'm doing it, or because you're getting this.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't hurt to, have the microphones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I do like this setup. I mean, I think that there is podcast setups. Like, let's say sometimes it's like both people are facing forward and the cameras are like right here.
Yeah. I mean, we just saw one that
Yeah.
do.
I don't like, that's where I would be more uncomfortable. The fact that I'm looking at you
Having a conversation.
and the cameers are here,
Yeah.
that makes me much more comfortable than
Yeah,
if
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I
Because it's
agree.
just off here.
And then you're jerking your neck too, trying to talk to.
Yeah, and I just
and
Yeah.
you don't see the camera on you when you're doing this.
So I like that I'm
actually.
looking at you. I know there's a camera over here, but it doesn't matter. And I like, the angle is good.
The angle is good. Okay. You
So
can kind of lean and a little bit if you
let
want
me
to.
look at something
and-
real quick here. I just want to look at. So like I want to look at.
Yeah, please talk into the microphone. Bring the mic a little bit closer to you.
Oh yeah, that's just a good. Yeah, it's a good angle.
So wide view. Does it look fuzzy or like bright? Too bright?
It's bright.
Because I feel like maybe there's.
Why don't you go up there? Look at me. I'll talk. It is a little bright.
Yeah.
It almost seems like it needs a filter. It needs a filter,
Yeah,
especially for the people that are real.
It's got some. Maybe it's the.
Like
Does it have something that's covering the lens?
right for the people like me and you that are kind of real pale skinned. You see how this could use a filter? Like I'm real.
Yeah, maybe
bright?
that needs to get toned down a little.
Yeah, it's almost like you're too. And especially if you have older people in the studio, you don't want them to look like pale white. Help them out a little bit.
I think I could put a filter on that one.
Yeah, give them a filter.
I think there's a digital filter.
Yeah, make their skin look a little bit more.
Because these look pretty good.
Yes, I think this is okay. Lighting's okay, I think. But yeah, try to make people as good as you can make them. Because the better they look, the more comfortable they're going to be.
Yeah.
If they feel like, oh my gosh, you really got to, make me look all bright and,
Yeah.
you
These
know,
are like my homemade lights.
I do like.
They're
your
like storage
Oh,
bins with
yeah,
holes
they
in them.
are.
I bought little lights, stuffed them through a hole.
Yeah, they're good lights. But I like the use of the tripods is good. You got good, good tripods in that. And I do like this table.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think it turned out well.
Yeah, I think, did you make this table or did you just, okay.
I built it myself. Yeah. It's actually flooring. So we did something similar to the one that's upstairs of our house in the apartment that we made.
Sure.
So
I
it's
think-
just a little bit smaller than that one.
I think
but
it would be
different.
fun if whatever your first podcast is, I don't even know if
It's happening, Kev. Surprise.
it's right now.
you're-
Right, this is it. But if you
Unfortunately,
did,
we had only one camera going for a while.
Right.
Now
But
we
if-
got
but if-
3.
but if say you had a little bit of a like a soft opening, and
Yeah,
you almost
so-
just talked about this,
Yeah.
your table, your setup,
Yeah.
where
yeah.
are we?
Oh yeah.
Where
there you
are
go.
we? What city are we in?
Oh yeah.
What street are we on?
Yeah. Why did I come up with the name Tsuzen Luckey?
Right.
I thought that maybe that would come out through,
Mhm.
conversations with people or whatever. But maybe it's a good idea to have sort of a soft opening. you
Yeah.
know.
So well,
Episode 0.5.
and then like right 0.5
You know,
because
or something.
okay. So here's you. Hey, what's the lion back here? Oh, that's Bob. Did Bob make this one?
Bob made that
So,
one.
yeah.
Bob White, yeah.
And then you could talk
A
about
long
Bob.
time member of the gym I coach at.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then Bob's studio.
And guess who
and-
this is? Guess who this is? This camera here. Oh. longtime owner of the
of
gym I coach.
right? And then we can talk about what's going on over here. and
What's
we got
behind you there?
TV
Yeah.
and-
Oh, that is a home goods purchase.
And then, and then we can, Scott, why is there seem to be a theme of kind of this? Why do we have this theme? And you say, well, we're actually also in a meditation studio. Oh, is that
yeah.
right?
We could take a tour.
And the front end
The
is a
front end.
meditation studio.
Front end is a meditation studio.
Well, and what you could do if you get creative is you could just put the picture of the meditation studio right there.
ooh, could slowly be
Mhm.
playing a video. We could be playing a
Yeah,
video of
Right?
the meditation studio
Mhm.
channel on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, the
'Cause there is a
studio
meditation
can come
studio
up-
channel
Right.
now currently with 4 videos on it.
4 videos. Well, in
Yeah.
the front of you could have the inside, the front. I think,
Could play that. Should we turn
That's
the TV
the-
on and play that? Let's
right.
try it. Let's see what that.
Yeah, let's do it. But that's the one thing you never get with. It's the one thing you never get with like Joe Rogan, or you can't get with these larger podcasts. He'll never show you the outside of the studio because then you would know where he is. The address. Where you can kind of say, I don't think you're gonna get so big that you have to. Well, maybe you do have to keep that hidden. I don't know, because if you did get big, then it's like, dude, I shouldn't have told everybody my address.
Yeah, and here's the deal. I have to keep that
Right.
unlocked because the fire department
Mm-hmm.
tells me I need.
Well, on second thought, that's a good point. Because somebody watching this channel, if they know exactly where it is, could go, wait a minute. That guy's got like thousands of dollars worth of equipment just sitting in a room over, one street down. Ooh. Oh, dang. Are you checking out different podcasts, like some of the best? Oh, it's funny. Look at this. Oh, my God.
Should we view it?
Yeah.
How do I view it?
I don't know. Oh, there you go. Wow.
Full screen.
It's a nice TV, too.
Dude, it looks good.
It does look really good. It looks really vibrant.
Wow.
Really good colors.
There is a little bit of blur on that big of a screen, but you know what?
Just.
It's HD with shot. There we go.
There we
So
go.
now we're visiting.
So when you do 0.5, see that right there? I'm just moving that
Yeah.
stupid thing.
Yeah.
But when you do 0.5, a little bit of it could be this. Because I think that people would actually be fascinated that the front of a podcast studio is this. Like they would never guess that this is on the other side of the wall.
That's true.
It's pretty cool. It's normal to you, but it's not normal to 99% of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
It's probably the first podcast studio with a meditation studio in front of it.
100%.
Did it just get blurred? It just got clear, didn't it?
It did just get clear there.
Yes, because I was a little worried it was not very clear, but now it's very clear. Well, that makes sense because it takes a little bit for like Hulu to like settle in and figure out.
It's very clear. Like, look at your socks. Look at your.
Look at my socks. They look a little dirty.
Look at dirty, but.
Hey!
Oh,
You can notice that? You
Whoa,
can see that?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
It was supposed to be a joke.
right.
At least I have the L on the left-hand foot. That's good.
That's true.
Yesterday's video, it looked like I had boobs. It was like in front.
Sure.
I was like, I need to try
You
a
need to
different
sh-
angle.
different
See if I
angle.
look a little better. The first one I had a Buddha belly, and then the next day I had boobs. So today I was like, I need to do a different angle. Hey, you can see the incense smoke.
That's kind of cool.
That looks
Actually,
pretty
that's
cool.
really cool. Just. And so right now, describe to the people what's happening at this.
Dude, this guy right here looks huge.
So, like, what are you doing
That's a little
right
tiny.
in this moment?
I'm going to tell you
Okay.
pretty quick. I think you should get some audio. Is the audio going to go through? The audio might go through our headphones. I'm not sure. If
I can.
This will
Yeah,
be
I'm
an
hearing.
interesting test. Are you hearing some?
I thought right there.
Well, let me see
You're
if I can
breathing right now. Yeah. Somehow I hear you.
Turn up the audio from.
All right, we'll begin with 3 breaths.
I can hear you.
3 deep vagal breaths. Inhale using our diaphragm, pull it down.
Uh-huh.
Once you are finished with the inhale, you can grab a little bit more air to pockets.
What am I saying?
By leaning forward.
Leaning forward.
Opening up.
Opening up.
Those lungs.
Opening up those lungs.
Further. Deep as you can.
I can hear you.
And then we'll exhale slowly.
Deep as you can. Exhale slowly.
Push our diaphragm up.
Push your diaphragm up.
That's so weird. I can't hear it.
I can hear it. I can hear you.
Squeezing out those
Yeah,
long
100%.
sacs, getting the
Hopefully
air
it's
out.
getting recorded.
We'll do another breath.
You hear it through the TV or
breath.
through?
Oh, I swear I'm hearing it through that. Unless I'm going crazy, unless I'm just reading your lips. But I'm pretty sure I can hear everything you're saying. Right?
1.
Yeah, that's what you should
Right.
be hearing. I'm not
Right.
hearing anything.
Let's see. Got nothing. Huh. That's
don't
interesting.
know.
But these are good things to learn. You know, like why is this on, that isn't on?
Exactly. Where's Nick?
Yeah. It's got to be a left and right. Well, see where this is. What's this plugged into? So look where I'm plugged into.
Well,
Yeah, where are you plugged into? So now balance them babies out.
I think it has something to do with because I had to turn this off and back on. I think some of them. Well, let me see if I can turn it.
Breath 2.
Oh.
Exhale.
I can't hear it. I'm glad you're
I
hearing
can hear it.
That's so weird. I wonder if it's going to be recording it. So that'll be interesting to check that out and see if it's recording it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's messed up.
So you can't hear anything.
No, I can't hear that.
Weird.
Yeah, so that'll have to get looked at.
Yeah, I have to figure out what.
I had to turn that thing off, unplug it, and turn it back on once because something was messed up inside there. I might need to return it and get a different one if that's the case.
I
Like if
mean,
it's
I would get Jamie on the job before you go
Yeah.
returning anything.
Find your home.
interesting. Well, that's something to look at. That's good. It's good. See, it's good we're doing this. Right?
Yeah, the Om is happening right now.
Oh, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you would not believe how effectively that settles me into the alpha state, which is like the
Really?
meditative state. I
Sure.
really turned myself up loudly, didn't I?
I can hear you.
There, that's a little. Is that better? Is that more like it was? Yeah, that Om.
Breathe
Like
normally. We're focusing on our breath.
it's crazy how fast the time goes.
In,
From here
out.
after the Om and then start and follow your breath, like 30 minutes, like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Exhale breath.
So this ends up being like a 40-minute video, and
Breath
it just went
into
snap.
the all.
Now I feel like this is in and out. See, when I'm talking like this, it's kind of like out and in and out.
Why do you ring the bowl? What's the purpose?
Well, it vibrates, and it makes a
And
really
it's still
nice,
vibrating,
Makes
actually.
a really nice sound. Sort of settles your mind into that vibration. So everything is vibration, you know that, right? Like everything is vibration. Even you, your little body, every little cell inside your body is vibrating.
Is moving.
Yeah,
Right.
is moving.
Dude, that goes on for a long time when you hit that thing.
Yeah. And you can really hear it well in this camera. I
Yeah,
can't hear anything.
Yeah, you can't hear anything, but it's still going.
This is interesting because when we're looking at the TV, we're pretty much straight on to the camera.
Oh, sure.
When
Yeah.
we're looking at each other, we're kind of pointing.
But I do like that no matter where you are, I'm not staring at this and a camera. Because that is when you're so I'm trying to talk and have a good conversation, but I see my mouth moving over like here. That would distract me. But
Right.
the fact that I don't know the cameras are, it allows me to just get comfortable
Yep.
and forget the cameras are here, which is what you want,
Right. Right.
you know.
Yeah, I kind of like the setup. I think it's like I said, when I had it square, we were too far away. I felt, and even on the video there, it was too far away.
Yep, I like that you can create angles where, so like I'm here, I don't know that I'm on camera. I'm here, I don't know that I'm on camera. You know what I mean? I'm able to like, I don't have there's not like a camera right over your shoulder that's looking at me.
And if you look at the iPhone, you don't see any video on it. So if we're looking at Nick,
I like
Jamie,
that. Yeah, so
else.
when we go, so if say Nick wants to chime in, Jamie wants to chime in, then you can look over and again, it's not like you're seeing your face and you're like,
Yeah.
Because I think there's something about a really, really good podcast where they can just settle in and go. And there's not
Totally.
they're not worried about the camera or how they look or, they're just made comfortable. Because I think you're going to get a lot of people in here that maybe aren't, especially older people, maybe not thrilled about being on camera. But if you can make it really comfortable, like, look, it's not zoomed in on your face or it's not, I'm giving you the best lighting. I'm making you look good.
Yeah, the only weird thing is they're going to be wearing headphones and their face is going to be in a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's way easier to get over that than it is to get over video camera.
Well, and
I'm having an easier time with it too. I mean, I hate doing stuff on camera.
Yeah.
Like, how long have I had this meditation studio? And I just started doing this like 3 days ago.
No,
just because I hated that whole idea of it and put myself on there.
Right.
Finally I'm like, screw it, doing it.
Right.
Like,
no, I think.
Oops.
Yeah, I think if you can use the filters and different things like that and say, hey, I'm going to really make you look good, I think you'll have a lot of people that are like, oh, I appreciate that.
You realize nothing else happens here for like 30 minutes.
Right.
This is like a join me in meditation thing. That's it. I don't do much talking from here on out. If any. Hey, do you want to do one more thing?
What's that?
Sit in the chair.
Sure.
Ooh. All right.
Ooh.
All right. This is Tsuzen Luckey Podcast, number 0.5. Thanks for joining us. We're going to have
I'm going to sit in the chair.
Photo shoot with Kevin. Yeah.
You meant Jamie's chair or the chair?
The chair.
It's probably the lighting, I bet. It's having trouble, I bet you, with the dark to light.
It's meant to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the phone is,
Right.
The camera is
Supposed
specifically made for...
to do that, to figure that out.
Let me see what this looks like.
Dude, the last whatever minutes, I thought this video was on pause.
That's because there's really nothing going on.
No, I thought it was paused. I thought you paused it. But before it was, you hadn't moved.
My neck issue.
Yeah, but other than that, you just
There was
hadn't moved.
one time yesterday, and then today, briefly. It wasn't as bad as yesterday where I went. Must be time. It was probably
Pretty awesome.
20, 25 minutes in.
So,
dude, this is actually, I think the lighting's good. God. Get the cold ear.
you could almost do it like a presidential.
The lighting's good.
It's not bad.
Look at that. That's good.
Oh, dang, that's pretty
That's
good.
a nice
Damn.
picture.
That's a nice picture of me there.
Dang, look at that.
Look at that.
2 in a row.
2 in a row.